Good to have you back. Thank you very much. Good morning, fellow Toastmasters again, and especially Bonnie. Bonnie, I was so delighted that we were able to get you in for a speech in April. Yes. And not only that, I want everyone to know, I called Bonnie at 5 o'clock last night. Say, Bonnie, do you want to speak? And she stepped up. And that is a seasoned Toastmaster. Bonnie, I want to tell you, and not just you, but really the Toastmasters in this room, online, and our guests, things that you did well, and some other things outside of your objectives that I want to highlight. And I got one area for improvement. Did you achieve your objectives of hand gestures or vocal variety? 100%. You did. How many of you would agree with that? Yep. And hand gestures. And here's some things I'm pointing out in the midst of that. You started out by saying, Father knows best. And you put a lot of emphasis there, but you change your vocal variety there. You had good natural hand gestures. And then when you talked about the 60s being a decade of divisiveness, you talked about love. And you said it with such softness and gentleness. And then you started quickly speaking about giving a speech. So you improved the pacing of your message. You told us about going back to college and getting a master's degree. You also used at one point the hand gestures, the thumbs up, which I think is pretty universal. Then when you talked about joining Toastmasters in 2007, you spoke softly. And then when you talked about joining in 2009, you spoke a little bit louder. And then you kind of concluded with, I love this phrase, when will you leave Toastmasters? When you stop learning. I think that's a great message for all of us. Other things you did well, you had a great introduction. We can all learn from that. She had a very well thought out, substantial introduction. And hopefully I did it with some ardent enthusiasm. You had a lot of energy. You had a nice pacing, and you used the space up very well. Here's my only recommendation for this speech, Bonnie Ann, is that next time, I would move the lectern to the side and maybe put your notes there so that you can use more of the space here. You rarely use your notes. I think you may refer to it one time, maybe two. So I'll just put the lectern to the side and refer to it there so you can have more space. Overall, terrific job, Bonnie Ann. It's good to have you part of the club.